Hello again, you guys. I am back with another TBR video. I cannot believe this is the end of the year. When did this happen? How did we get here? That was so fast. Every year just goes faster and faster. A quick disclaimer, as always, I might not get to all of these books on my TBR this month because I do have other book videos planned. I'm going to be trying my best to do 2 book videos a week in December. We'll see how that goes. I just want to see if I can do it. I'm not going to push myself. I'm not going to burn myself out. So if I start feeling burned out, I'm just going to stop and save the book ideas that I have for a different month. So that being said, I already do have a lot of books that will be planned for vlogs and other videos. Most likely will not get to all of these, but I'm hoping to at least get to some of them. It's always good to have a pile to be focusing on during the month. So those are the books that we are going to pull today. I have 67 books on my TBR, so I'm going to be having Siri pick a number between 1 and 67 and just go down from there. I think I'm going to pick 6 books this month because I know that I will not be getting to 8 books. So I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to have her pick all of the numbers and I'm going to bring the books over here and then I will show you what she picked. Pick a number between 1 and 67.
It's 22.
22. Siri, pick a number between 1 and 66.
A random number between 1 and 66 is 56.
Pick a number between 1 and 65.
It's 58.
Pick a number between 1 and 64.
It's 12.
Pick a number between 1 and 63.
It's 43.
Oh no. What did she say? I don't remember the number. And I just realized that I'm not even including the books in my current TBR that I haven't gotten to. Do I start over? Ah! No, I'm just going to keep going, but I'm going to ask her again because I don't remember what she just said. Pick a number between 1 and 63.
It's 51.
51. Pick a number between 1 and 62.
The answer is 39.
Okay. We have our TBR for December. Let's put these in order of how she picked them. Okay, the first book that she picked was They Both Die at the End by Adam Silvera. This has been on my TBR for an aggressively long time. It is my friend's book and I need to give it back to her, so this is the perfect opportunity to pick this up and give it back to her. I think this is just a literary fiction. On September 5th, a little after midnight, Deathcast calls Mateo Torres and Rufus Emeterio to deliver some bad news. They're going to die in less than 24 hours. Mateo and Rufus are total strangers, but for different reasons. They're both looking to make a new friend on their end day. The good news is there's an app for that. It's called Last Friend, and through it, Rufus and Mateo meet up for one final epic adventure to live a lifetime on a single day. Sounds interesting. It has big letters and the spacing is nice, so hopefully this will be a quick read and I just need to get this done and just give it back to my friend. Next, she picked The Love That Split the World by Emily Henry. This was her debut novel. I picked this up recently at a library sale and I didn't even know what the description was. I just saw that it was Emily Henry, so I just grabbed it. Natalie's last summer in her small Kentucky hometown is off to a magical start, until she starts to see the wrong things. At first, they're just momentary glimpses. Her front door is red instead of its usual green. There's a preschool where the garden store should be, but then her whole town disappears for hours, fading away into rolling hills and grazing buffalo, and Nat knows something isn't right. Then there are the visits from the kind and mysterious apparition she calls grandmother, who tells her you have 3 months to save him. The next night, under the stadium lights of the high school football field, she meets a beautiful boy named Bo, and it's as if time just stops and nothing exists. Nothing except Natalie and Bo. So it's a cute little romance. We'll see how it goes. I've never heard anybody talk about this one, so I'm very interested to see if it's anything like the other books that she's written where it's kind of like women's fiction, but it does seem kind of like a YA romance. So with maybe a little bit of like magic and mystery in there, which is very interesting for her. So we'll see. Next, she picked a book that was already going to be a book that I was probably going to pick up in December, and that's Forever Never by Lucy Score. I just wanted to pick this up in the winter because look at this cover. It's just very wintry looking. So I figured the vibes would be perfect. Under Brick Callan's mile-wide chest beats a loyal heart with a few cracks in it. He's the steadfast, overprotective type, especially when it comes to the woman he can never have. It's a long, complicated history punctuated by fights, friendship, family, and attraction that strains his iron willpower. When Remy Ford returns to Mackinac Island in the dead of winter, Brick makes it his mission to find out what put the shadows in those green eyes, even if it means breaking down the walls he built between them, even if it means falling for the one girl he never got over. Remy doesn't need broody, bearded Brick riding to her rescue again. Not when it will put them both in danger, costing them much more than their hearts. So again, another romance. I haven't read any Lucy Score, but a real life friend of mine says that she's one of her favorite writers. So I'm really interested to pick this up and see how I like her writing. Next, we have To Kill a Mockingbird by Harper Lee. I haven't read this since high school, and I'm very interested to see how my adult brain likes it, because I know for a fact that when I was forced to read things in school, I did not like them as much as if I had just picked them up by myself. So, the unforgettable novel of a childhood in a sleepy southern town and the crisis of conscience that rocked it. To Kill a Mockingbird became both an instant bestseller and a critical success when it was first published in 1960. It went on to win the Pulitzer Prize in 1961 and was later made into an Academy Award-winning film, also a classic. Compassionate, dramatic, and moving, To Kill a Mockingbird takes readers to the roots of human behavior, to innocence and experience, kindness and cruelty, love and hatred, humor and pathos. Harper Lee always considered her book to be a simple love story. Today it is regarded as a masterpiece of American literature. I can't entirely remember the full plot of this, but there isn't really any other description right now on this. The story is about the Finch family, particularly Scout Finch, a young girl growing up in the 1930s Alabama. The novel explores themes of racial injustice, loss of innocence, and morality as Scout and her brother Jem navigate the complexities of their society. Very, very interested to see how I like this one. This one was on my last month's TBR, and that is The Thursday Murder Club by Richard Osman. I didn't end up picking this up. We all know November was kind of a rough reading month for me, so really I didn't get to most of my books in my November TBR, but in a peaceful retirement village, four unlikely friends meet weekly in the Jigsaw Room to discuss unsolved crimes. Together they call themselves the Thursday Murder Club. When a local developer is found dead with a mysterious photograph left next to his body, the friends suddenly find themselves in the middle of their first live case. They might be senior citizens, but they are cleverer than most. As the bodies begin to pile up, can our unorthodox but brilliant gang catch the killer before it's too late? I've heard very good things about this. I haven't read a book where the main characters are like elderly people. Very interested to see if I like that kind of trope, I guess. We'll see. And last but not least is The Hidden by Melanie Golding. I recently picked this up at a little free library. One dark December night in a small seaside town, a little girl is found abandoned. When her mother finally arrives, authorities release the pair, believing it to be an innocent case of a toddler running off. Gregor, a seemingly single man, is found bludgeoned and left for dead in his apartment, but the discovery of children's toys raises more questions than answers. Every night, Ruby gazes into Gregor's apartment, leading to the discovery of his secret family, his unusual silent daughter and his mentally unstable wife, Constance, who insists that she is descended from the mythological Selkies. She begs Ruby to aid in finding the sealskin that Gregor has hidden from her, making it impossible to return to her people. Detective Sergeant Joanna Harper's investigation into Gregor's assault leads her to leads her to CCTV footage of the mother-daughter pair from town. Harper realizes she knows the woman almost as well as she knows herself. It's her estranged daughter, Ruby. No matter the depth of Ruby's involvement, she knows she will choose her daughter over her career. I thought that this sounded really interesting when I picked it up. I've never heard of this. I have never seen it on the internet anywhere, but it sounded very interesting and kind of twisty and turny, so I'm also very excited for this one. And that's it, guys. That is my TBR for December. These will be the ones that I will be trying to focus on mostly if I'm not filming a particular video. So we'll see how many I can get through. If you like these kinds of videos, please subscribe and comment. I would love to chat with you if you have read any of these books or if they are also on your TBR. Go watch my other videos to help me reach my goal of making YouTube my full-time job. But until next time, guys, bye!